Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, to the world away. We now got issue 86 of D'Agostini's Build Your Own R2-D2. Okay, in this one we're actually finishing the panels now. We're actually putting the back section together, which means we'll have a completed front section and a completed back section ready to go on the massive metal frame that we're working on in the last issue. I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing, but first off, every time I do these videos, I make sure that I put all of the things aside that we're going to need. So basically, we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2.3 by 6 mil screws, 2. I think these are 2 by 11 mil, and 1, 2, 3 plus 7, 10. I think it's 10 flanged 6 mil screws. So they're all black ones, so you can't go wrong there. But this is a case of guess the screw with D'Agostini, unfortunately. But here we go. This is what we're doing. We're going to be putting a tool arm together. Once that's together, we're going to be putting it in the tool compartment. So it looks like that. We're going to be putting the lid on the tool compartment again. We're going to be putting that compartment into the frame that we were working on last time, over here. And then we're going to be putting all of these frames together, as you can see. So at the end, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? We've got that. So, what do you reckon? A lot to do? Is there much chance of things going wrong? We will see. Okay, so let's do stage 1. Okay, to start with, step 1, it wants us to get all of these bits together. We've got the 2 silver bits, we've got the little hinge and the hinge bracket there, we've got a cone thing, a flange, and we've also got this little 8mm, 2 by 8mm screw and a bolt. Nut, should I say. Look, I keep confusing them still. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this bit here, looking like that, and we're going to be putting the little black flange over the top of it. Now the way this goes is with the flange side, or sorry, the indented side facing down. So this is just going to go on just like that. See, looking like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to be putting this little cone section on top of it. That fits okay, but I'm guessing this is probably going to need to be glued, so I'm probably going to glue this in a second. We'll have a look at that and see how that looks. Once we've got that, that was step 3. We're going to be putting this bit that we just made into this other silver bit. It can only go in one way, just like that. So now we've got that looking like that. That was step 4. Step 5, this silver bit's going to be going into this bit just here, like that. And step 6, we're going to be just putting the hinge on, which means we're putting this into here like that. As you can see, we're going to put a nut in one side. Assembling that tool arm was quite easy, but I'm telling you now, before I've even started, as you can see there, this is going to need to be glued. So what I'll do is I'll put this little hinge bit together, and then I'm going to cut away and get this all glued together. There we go. That's all glued together now. It does actually tell you in the instructions in step 3 and 2 to glue these together. So yeah, that's all done. Ready for the next stage. The next stage, this is going to be fitting the arm to components. Step 1, we've got this little box here. Silver box, and as you can see on the end of this we've got the hinge where it's going to be going. It says make sure you put the hinge in the right way. I'm just having a look. It could go either way. It could go this way or it could go this way. But the way it wants us to go, just having a look at the picture, it wants to go with the bolt head upwards. So it's going to be going in that way, just like that. That was step 1 and 2. In step 3, we're going to be securing this with a 2.3 by 6 mil screw from underneath. So we'll get that together. As you can see here, we've got the screw hole. Put that in. Oops. And tighten it up. Just like that. Taking my time, making sure this is in tightly. There we go. That is absolutely perfect. So we've got the tool arm in there now, nice and secure, and now that's able to fold down just like that. So tool arm is completed. That's all the way up to fitting the arm to the component done. Next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the hinges on the door. With that, we've got these 2 silver hinges in this box here, which I'm just going to get out. 1, 2, they're exactly the same, so it doesn't matter which way round we put these. These are going to be secured in with these screws here, which are the 2 by 11mm screws, and the hinges are, just so you know, are going on the outside of these bits here. So they don't go on the inside, they go on the outside, and that's where we put the screw in through from that side. So let's do one of these now. Probably best to just put the screw in first, get it lined up, where it's roughly going to be, just like that, and then we'll start screwing that one in. It's going in. And obviously you don't want to put this in too tight, because you want that screw to turn around. I'm just going to change my screwdriver actually, because it's quite a tough little screw to put in. There we go. If at first you don't succeed, blame your tools and use another one. So I'm going to leave that just like that, perhaps a little bit tighter, because I do want some resistance on the door. We don't want it just to be flopping around. There we go, that's that one in. And then we do the same with the other side here. So again, from the outside, let's put the screw in first. And then we put this in to here just like this, and tighten that up. Very quiet with these ones, because if anything's going to go wrong, this is the bits that I don't want it to go wrong. I need to tighten that up, because you're such danger of breaking the hinges, and if that happens, oh my god, I'd hate to think. Right, they're quite floppy on my one. I've left them that way because I'm sure that this is going to hold into the compartment when I do that, which, believe it or not, is the next stage that we're going to be doing. So we bring the compartment over, and as you can see in the compartment down the bottom there, we've got these square bits again, and that's what's going to happen with these. These are just going to be fitting into there, and they're going to be secured in with the 2.3 by 6mm screws. So I'm just holding that in there at the moment with my hands. And then we'll get these 2.3 by 6mm screws just in the bottom to keep that secured into place. So first screw into these holes here. Just taking my time over it. Nice and tight. There we go, that's one in. We'll put the second one in there. Going into this side here, making sure that's secure. Yep. All good. And then once that one's in, I get to say, job done. And that's that door on. And as you can see, we have got resistance and that little click for when it closes. Just making sure that it is flush. As you can see, it's flush there. Nice. Yep, I like that. I'm happy with that. So that's that one done. That was fitting the compartment door. Now, like I said before, we're going to be fitting the compartment door to this bit here. Okay, so when we put this in, keep the door open, thread the door through, sort of like that there, and then let it close so that it can fit flush on the frame like that. And then when we turn it upside down, it's pretty obvious where these are going, because we've got screw holes 1, 2 here and 3 over the side here. Now these are all going to be put into place with 2.3 by 6mm self-tapping screws, these black ones that we've been using throughout the build. So I'll get one in first, so I know that's going to hold into place. We're going to be putting 5 in total. So that's one. Let's get the side one in here. Here comes number 2. Oops. That's 2 in. Number 3. Going in this side. Number 4. As you see, having all the screws ready is invaluable, because I'm not going through my little treasure trove of bits to try and find what I'm looking for. And then last but not least, number 5 is going to go here. And I think the most important bit of these tool compartments is to make sure that they sit flush on the outside. It's going to look silly if they don't, to be honest with you. But there we go. That is looking just like that. Cameras. Right, okay, next one. We're going to be putting all of this together now, but before we do that, we're going to need to put some lugs in. We've got these 2 bits just on here, ready to connect, and we've got these lugs. Now, once again, what we have to do, let's just get these both out. The first one, it says fit the top connector over the lug so that the 2 indicated triangles point towards each other. So, we've got triangles there, as you can see, just on the end there. Trying to get the best light for you, I'm sure you can see that. That's going to match the triangle that we've got on this side. Where are we? Here. So the triangles need to point to each other. What I have noticed though is I can't really see a triangle in here. But that's definitely the way it wants it. So that's just going in just like that. And that's going to be secured down with the flanged screws now. So these are the 6mm ones with the flange. I'll just put this on the end of my screwdriver so you can see the ones that look like that. Okay, so we get this in. Put the first one in. That's going in absolutely perfectly. Nice and tight. And then the second one, it says, now fit the L-shaped connector to this lug. Oh, we've got another one to put in. This is the L-shaped connector. And the lug we've got for that one is actually on top of this unit here. Look at that, on top of there. And it's got to go in so that the... Oh, let's have a look. And basically it goes in, so when this is in this way, the open end is pointing to the side of the vehicle, just like that. Vehicle? Why do I call that a vehicle? So the open end is going towards the side of the droid. So we'll put this one in here now. Oops, that's just falling off my screwdriver. There's quite a fiddly issue this is, with a lot of screwing to do. So that's that one in. Making sure that's square. And then the last one goes at the bottom and it says fit the bottom connector over the lugs at the triangle indicator points away from BP32. It needs to point away from BP32. So this time the triangle is going that way around. So it's pointing outwards. So get that one in. And then we're ready to start joining everything together. When it's referring to, get that nice and tight. That's it. When it was referring to BP32, BP32 is the white frame, I believe. Yeah, it does tell you there, look, BP32. So that triangle is pointing outwards, this triangle is pointing inwards. It does help to make sure you've got the right one. So the top lug is the thinner one, the bottom lug is the thicker one. I think the thicker one, if you put that at the top, is going to have a lot of problems trying to get in there. So that's that. And now we're going to be bringing up some bits that we haven't seen for some time. We've got, let's have a look. We've got this bit here, which is the centre bit, which I'm just going to put there. And then we've also got this bit, which is the other bracket for the shoulder arm there, which is going to go there. And basically, we're just going to be piecing all of this together on the lugs a little bit like that and getting these screwed in. So I think what we're going to do first, we're going to do this side first, I think, and see how that looks and get this secured in tightly. So as you can see, that's now put in, but I've got to put the screws in. Now all of these are going to be put in with these flange screws, the 2 point, what do they call them? They call them 2.3 by 6mm self-tapping with a flange. So I'll put this one in first. There's 3 screws to put in this side. So we've got this first one, nice and tight. Excellent. We've got the one on top here. I'm going to leave that till last because I want to put the one in over this side now. And then I'm going to just see how flush that is to the unit to make sure everything is straight and we've got no lips or anything like that. So that's the second one. And we'll put the third one in here, which just goes, whoops, come off my screwdriver, just down through that black lug we put in the middle. That's going to keep all of this together. Now to put this one in, I'm finding I'm just having to push this little white box slightly back, just so I can get that lined up with a hole. It doesn't fit perfectly to start off with, so let's get that loaded up so I can see all the way down there to get that threaded in, just like that. Once I've done that, then I can tighten it up completely. There we go, that's that side, and I'm going to turn it over. This is the first time I've seen it too, to see how that looks. That looks really good. What do you reckon? Nice and flush. That's that unit, absolutely complete. Got a little bit of a door issue again, like we did have with this one here. I will fix that in post-production so that that's completely flush, but that's what that's looking like. Let's get the other side on. Exactly the same deal. We're going to be putting these lugs over the lugs that we've got here. So we've got 4 of these this time. We've got 2 on each side, and then we've got ones at the top here. Make sure they're in absolutely perfect, just like that. That looks good. I'm getting excited already. Just seeing that has got me like, wow. So right, we'll put the first lug in this side over here, so you probably see this better on the top camera. Nice and tight. Excellent. I'll put the one in this side over here, and then I'll show you what this whole thing looks like. So we've got this lug over here. Whoops. Let's get another screw. Oh no, I found it again. I'm deliberately not cutting this one because I'm sure you guys are thinking that I've done a lot of cuts lately with me just screwing things in. And I'm sure you guys think, God, he's having an easy life of it. But yeah, I don't. As you can see, they just ping off the screwdriver like that. Here's the third one going in here. And then once that one's in, this is going to be pretty secure, I have to say. We're just going to put the last one in there. Now, a lot of people I know that have been doing this, they are ahead of me, went and put all of these on the metal display, which I'm not going to do yet, just to see what it looks like. And I can't blame you for doing that, because I really am itching to do that now. But there we go. That, let's get this the right way around, is the top completed. Can you see that okay on the top camera there? That looks really good, doesn't it? And that is all we have to do in that issue. Now, what we got, look, we've got the tool compartments here, with the tools that can come out, put them down. We've got this middle compartment here, which, how do you open it? There we go. Which I haven't done any detailing for. We've got this little compartment there, which is just that thing there. But there we go. That's all done. That was that issue done. That was issue 86. 87, we just got some little frameworks to put in. So I'm getting itching, because I know we're going to be doing the bottom plate. I want to get all of these details on the vehicle. Why do I keep calling it a vehicle? I want to get all these details on the droid. And I want to get this looking better than just having a head in the background, because they're quite macabre. Quite morbid. We need more than R2-D2's head in the background there. Anyway, hope you like that video. Take care.